Tonight we're recognizing and honoring the senior football players, athletic trainers, Air Force Junior ROTC cadets, cheerleaders, and leaders of the band of belief for their dedication and hard work while Habersham High School. To the efforts of these student athletes and service across the families and citizens of Habersham County, much exciting entertainment and enjoyment as we have watched for the past few years. We're starting with football players. Caleb Blackman is the son of Jason and Michelle Blackman. He is to be escorted by his parents and sister Madison. James Colbert is the son of Jeff and Sherry Colbert. He is being escorted by his parents and sisters. Thomas Fields is the son of Richard and Rebecca Fields. He is being escorted by his parents. Seth Dover is the son of Sean and Alicia Dover. He is being escorted by his parents, Donna, Jenny, Jimmy, and Jenny. Blake Dover is the son of Susie Dover. He's being escorted by his mom, brother Sawyer, and his wife Dana, and his mama Jean. William Galloway is the son of Beth Smith. He's being escorted by his mother. Landon Grizzle is the son of Dean and Amanda Wood. He's been escorted by his parents and brother Bentley. Landon Hudson is being escorted by his mama, Brenda Williams, aunt and uncle in Atlanta and Joe Powell, sister Emily, and niece David. Edmund Jenkins is the son of Kenny and Annie Brevard. He's being escorted by his parents and siblings. Landon LeBrad is the son of Clint and Dana LeBrad. He's being escorted by his parents, sister Maddie, and brother Hudson, and his grandmother, Diane Smith. Grayson Weems is the son of Jeremy and Tracy Weems. He is being escorted by his parents and sisters, Ansley and Ray. Cooper Smith is the son of Stephen and Debbie Caldwell. He's being escorted by his parents, sister Mason, and brother Folger. Garrett Turner is the son of Lonnie Haley and Shelley Elrod. He's being escorted by his parents and grandmother Jackie Daly. Tanner Wilbanks is the son of Bridget and Michelle Wilbanks. He's being escorted by his parents and brothers Cole and Jess. Brayden Wright is the son of Andy Wright and Michelle Wright. He's being escorted by his mom, dad, Carly, and siblings. Next is our athletic players. Barnesville is the daughter of Chris and Nicole Barnesville. She is being escorted by her parents, Brother Hatton, Grandma Sandra, and Grandpa Ricky. Whitney Martin is the daughter of Jenny and Dwight McNally. She is being escorted by her parents and siblings, Caroline and Charles McNally. At this time, we're going to release the football players and athletic trainers to the dressing room. We ask the parents to remain on the field. Thank you. Next, we have our Air Force Senior ROTC cadets. First, we have Aaron Isaac Lars. He's the son of Audrey and Christian Gibby, and he is being escorted by his mother. Next is Nora Beswitz. He is the son of Michael and Jennifer Beswitz. He is being escorted by his mother. Angelina Garcia is the daughter of Eric Garcia. She is being escorted by her dad. Ethan Daniel Bragg is the son of Michael and Carrie Merritt. He is being escorted by his parents. Naomi Wood is the daughter of Stephen and Stacey Ann Robinson. She is being escorted by her father. Moving out from the football cheerleaders, Lonnie Bowden, the daughter of Josh and Amanda Bowden. She's being escorted by her parents. Ava Butcher is the daughter of Kevin and Sarah Butcher. She's being escorted by her parents and brother James. McKenna Eller is the daughter of David and Tamara Eller. She's being escorted by her parents and sister Alexa. Annabelle James is the daughter of Brian and Paula James. She's being escorted by her parents and sisters Morgan, Audrey, and Aiden.
You're watching.
Morgan Pitts is the daughter of Scott Willis Pitts. She's been escorted by her parents and sister Addie, brother Hogan, and Kylie Gray. Jane Binder is the daughter of PJ and Jennifer Binder. She's been escorted by her parents and sister Shelby. Haley Vieira is the daughter of Michael Vieira and Melissa Vieira. She's been escorted by her brother Christian, father Stacy, Caitlin, and Georgia. And our competition cheerleaders, Atlanta Wilson is the daughter of Christopher O'Bannon. She will be escorted by her father. Julia Johnson is the daughter of Lionel Williams and John Johnson. She is being escorted by her parents. Now we're at the blue. Connor Adler is the son of Richard and Melanie Adler. He is being escorted by his parents and sisters Riley and Taylor. Anthony Jesus Aguilar is the son of Delorio and Rochelle Aguilar. He is being escorted by his parents and brothers Michael and Jared. Dennis Tyler Blue is the son of Philip and Christian Ward Blue. He is being escorted by his parents and brothers Owen, William, and Owen. Noah Bowen is the son of Ben and Christy Bowen. He is being escorted by his parents. Hazel Lee Fugaro is the daughter of Peter and Dina Fugaro. She is being escorted by her parents, grandparents, Carol and Lee William, and sisters Ruby and Alice. Adam Columbus is the son of Tony and Rebecca Columbus. He is being escorted by his honorary brother, Michelle Steele. Sarah and Ashlyn Grady is the daughter of Stephen and Angela Grady. She's being escorted by her parents, brother Seth, and sister Stephanie. Kelsey Galloway is the daughter of Michael and April Galloway. She's being escorted by her parents. Amanda Jane Kent is the daughter of Jim and Annie Kent. She's being escorted by her parents and sister Sarah Beth. Lillian Marie Goddard is the daughter of James and Jeannie Goddard. She's being escorted by her parents. Alvarado Mariela Gonzalez is the daughter of Miguel Alvarado and Aurora Gonzalez. She is being escorted by her parents and siblings, Miguel, Michelle, Marcus, and Marcelo. Logan Greer is the son of Simon Greer. He's being escorted by his father and grandmother, Joanne Greer. April Brzezinski is the daughter of Laura Brzezinski. She's been escorted by her mother and grandmother, Kay Puckett. Jennifer Morocco is the daughter of Mario Rocco Carrillo and Maria Lourdes Rocco. She is being escorted by her parents. Harley Josephine Lawrence, the daughter of Kenny Lawrence, Bruce Valley. She's being escorted by her parents and her brother Corbin. Brenda Martinez is the daughter of Jane Martinez and Johnny Martinez. She is being escorted by her parents. Suzette Martina, his daughter Roberto and Elvia Gomez. She is being escorted by her parents and brother Angel. Daddy McMullen, his daughter Jack and Virginia Mullen. She is being escorted by her parents. Lisa Miguel Juan, his daughter Francisco Miguel and Catalina Juan. She is being escorted by her parents. Amber Montgomery, his daughter Chris Montgomery and Chris Stein. She is being escorted by her parents. Grandmother Candace Montgomery, grandparents Louise and Sue Payne, grandparents Shelley and Sheila Montgomery, sisters Liliana and Lita, and brother Brandon. Maggie Nava Garcia, his daughter Jose Nava and Marcelo Garcia. She is being escorted by her parents and sister Naomi. Aaron Moore O'Leary, his daughter Vicky and Gavin O'Leary, she is being escorted by her parents. Tina Ponstip, his daughter Adam and Karen Ponstip, she is being escorted by her brother and brother Jason. Lucia Rivera Sancho, his daughter Montel Sancho Chavez, she is being escorted by her sister Anna Maria Rivera Sancho and her brother and brother-in-law and Lucia Torres. Lindsay Rivera, his daughter Rachel Rivera and Lucia Torres, she is being escorted by her parents, Uncle Kyle Farmer, Grandma Deborah Torres, and brother and sister. Caitlin Sanford is the daughter of John and Melanie Sanford. She is being escorted by her parents and sister Rachel. Emily Jolie Serrano is the daughter of Joaquin and Evelyn Serrano. She is being escorted by her parents, siblings, Anna Lee and Stephen, brother-in-law Brandon, Lorena, and nephews Arlie and Aaron. Jackson Jimmy is the son of Aaron and Leah Simpson. He is being escorted by his parents, brothers, and their family. Aiden James Sickles is the son of Daniel and Amy Sickles. He is being escorted by his parents, his sister Jocelyn, and Grandma Becky Stevens. Scott Ken Taylor is the son of John Taylor and Bree Griffin Taylor. He is being escorted by his parents. Araceli Vera is the daughter of Juan Manuel Vera and Quintel Ando. She is being escorted by her parents and brothers Alexander, Manuel, and Juan Ramon. Peyton Hunter Welly is the son of Sean and Laura Welly. He is being escorted by his parents and brother Hunter. Amelia Lane Westbrook is the daughter of Carlton and Joey Westbrook. She is being escorted by her parents, Grandma Becky Arnold, and siblings Quinn Westbrook. Ladies and gentlemen, And now some of these senior band members, I believe, have eventually performance just a moment. We got another little presentation or recognition to do. Before we bring out the flags tonight, we do have a special group of people we'd like to recognize each year at this time. Next Friday, November 11th, will be Veterans Day, a day that we have recognized since back in 1954. And so, at this time, we do have some veterans down in the end zone, and we're going to recognize veterans by military branch. So if you're in the stands, and you're a veteran, I want you to please stand as your rank is recognized. First, we have established on June 14, 1775, the U.S. Army. If you are a member of the Army, please stand and be recognized. Next, October 13, 1775, the U.S. Navy. We do have one veteran in the end zone. This coming Thursday, November 10th, 1775, the U.S. Marines will be having their big annual birthday party. And we have it on the end zone and hopes on the stands. Established September 18, 1947, I know we have at least one here. The U.S. Air Force, Sergeant Wallace. And finally, I know there's one local veteran, another branch that we have in the country. Established back on August 4, 1790, the U.S. Coast Guard, and if there's anybody here from the Coast Guard, please stand. Thank you all the veterans for your service to our country. Presenting the flag tonight will be the Habersham Central Air Force Senior ROTC Honor Guard, Cadet Isaac Lars, Cadet Naomi Witter, Cadet Angelina Garcia, Cadet Tara Vestich, and Cadet Ethan Bragg. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our nation's flag and our men and women serving here and around the world to protect our nation's freedoms, we ask everyone to please stand or salute the captain of the national anthem to be performed tonight by the senior members of the Band of Blue and the choir, led by senior drum major Logan Greer. Thank you, announcements, still on the thing like the Plain Homestar Financial Corporation, the Ford NLD for providing pregame bill tonight. The cheerleaders are right behind the following sponsors. We guarantee providing them with pregame bill and throwing items. Longhorn Steakhouse for pregame bill. Pregame Car Deer provides footballs. Habersham Festival will provide t-shirts. And Heat Clear and All-State Insurance provides footballs. The athletic department would like to thank Brownie Foundation for sponsoring the hospitality booth and press box. We'd like to thank our diamond sponsors, Brownie Foundation, Burger King, Dover Concrete, Orito Scoble, North Georgia Technical College, Renew Dental, Springer Mountain Farm, and Wilmore. Our platinum sponsors, the All-State and Dairy Agency, Armstrong Construction, Champion Training, Compass Pest, David Allen Services, Dr. Pat McShanks, Farm Bureau Insurance, Habersham Medical Center, Hayes Family Dealerships, Higgins Construction, Higgins Realty, Homestar, Austin Texas, Homestar, Corey Cantrell, Barjack Hosiery, Mike Jones Ford Lincoln, Piedmont University, Quality Electric, the Northeast Georgia, the United Community Bank, and the CO Winter Windscreens. The cross-country team will be competing in the state competition at Carrollton High School tomorrow. All three home guards is the 8-6A region champ, and the boys team finished third. The section of Andy Crow, Ethan Cooley, Connor Segura, Ronan Martin, Jose Carriapa, Ace Paxton, and Xander Wiley. Competition cheer will be competing in the region section tomorrow at Hamilton County High School in Warner Robins. The swim team will host their first meeting of the season tomorrow at the Ruby Full-Ride Aquatic Center beginning at 10 a.m. And we also like to announce that the band had a concert waiting their concession stand. They have fried Oreos and Chick-fil-A sandwiches for those who would like a little bit of fried goodies. We'd also like to announce that the 50-50 raffle is down to $3,500 and they're still selling tickets. The more tickets they sell, the bigger the jackpot. Good luck to all those who have tickets. The officials tonight are supplied by the Rear Fishing Association, referee Joe Harrison, umpire Johnny Biggers, stand line judge Kenneth Rock, line judge released Bree Smith, field judge Jerry Collins, side judge Sean Shoemaker, back judge Adam Bennett, and electric clock operator Hank Pepler. Captains will be non-cancel with the Shiloh County, number 2, Jeremiah Hart, number 7, Andrew Reeves, number 10, Mark Ryan, and number 21, Bryce Pollock. The seniors for the Raiders will be honorary captains with number 1, Blake Wright, number 30, Brandon Grizzle, number 43, Brandon Hudson, and number 67, Thomas Fields. The Raiders will run the toss in the third of the second half. Shiloh will receive the start of the game.
I know the players do, and you want to send these seniors off. We talked about earlier in pregame. You always remember that last game, especially at home like my game was, and it's one you'll always remember. And, boy, if you can get a win on top of that, it just makes it that much sweeter. So even though we can't make the playoffs, we still have a lot to play for. Senior night, your last home game, you want to send these seniors off with victorious. And then the younger guys, they want to have a game they remember to take into the winter workouts and spring practice and summer workouts. And then next year, this would be a great game to springboard the young guys for their next season. Also, but most important of all, it's senior night. We got to send these seniors off right tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Mark. You know a lot of these seniors. You coached them as they were in middle school. Got a little bit of a personal relationship to them. They've meant a lot to this program, and tonight going to be challenged with an athletic bunch from Shiloh and a team offensively that, from what I can tell, they may run the ball some, but they just kind of abandon it at times and want to just throw it all over the place. So defensively, maybe Chase Colbert, who's been a while since he's had some interceptions. Let's see if we can, if he can get another one here on senior as his last home game here.
Well, you'd like to do that for Chase. You really would. I'd even make it better. Let's get a pick six out of it while we got that pick. But you're right. They're going to throw it. They're going to try to use that speed. They're going to go 4, sometimes 5 wide on us, try to outnumber us. They want to get a one-on-one, and then the quarterback's going to try to pick on a pre-read which one-on-one he likes the best, and he'll probably stick to that guy, and they're pretty much just going to try to outrun us down the field. So I doubt they'll do a lot of underneath stuff, expect them to throw a lot of long balls, trying to get a big play out of it. They're not the type of team that wants to have a long drive with a lot of plays and move the chains. They want to hit early and they want to hit quick, and our job is to prevent that from happening.
All right, both teams out on the field. Shiloh won the toss and they want the football. Habersham will kick it off to him, and David's going to bring us the play-by-play here.
All right, Chris, thanks a lot. Habersham Central wearing all gray tonight. Got the orange helmets. And for the Shiloh Generals, they got the white jerseys and the gray pant and a gray helmet. Kicking off for Habersham Central, Michael Hill. They've got 2 back deep. Hill gets into it, and it's a little pooch kick. It's up there, and it's going to be fielded right at the 45-yard line. So they'll have great field position to start this ball game. Eric Barker just fielded that ball and fell right to the ground, and they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
Immediately he looked over here at Coach Harrison, and he didn't kick that one the way it was intended to be kicked. I think they wanted to pooch it over that front line of Shiloh and land it somewhere about the 35. And he just, maybe just didn't hit it well enough or good enough trying to place it. But anyway, they'll start at about the 45 with a great field position.
Jeremiah Harden is the quarterback, and he's going to hand the ball off to his running back. That is Makai Phillips, and Makai Phillips going to get some good yards down to the Habersham Central 45-yard line. It'll be about a 9-yard pickup. Shiloh working right to left, moving toward the scoreboard here at Raider Stadium. 9-yard pickup, going to be 2nd down and 10. Again, they'll be at the Habersham Central 45-yard line. They're already in Raider territory.
Big up front, but big in the sense that they're not going to move very well with that size. So Habersham can do a good job of getting after the quarterback.
And they give it off to Phillips again, and Phillips going to get some good yardage all the way inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Good scamper that time for Makai Phillips, their fine running back. It's going to be 1st and 10. Another new set of downs for Shiloh. That was a 16-yard pickup for the Generals.
Yeah, well, it's 2 simple little running plays, and they're getting to our linebackers, and those are the guys that's going to have to make the tackles. They just have to pay attention to this offensive front and see how well they're doing so far. Pretty good there on those 2 running plays.
Harden in that shotgun has a running back on each side of him. They're going to throw it this time. It's going to be complete out there around the 25-yard line. They'll tackle him around the 24 maybe. Catch was made by George Benjamin.
That didn't stay in his hands very long, just a quick out. Picked up about 5, so bring up about 4, they'll say, so bring up 2nd and 6.
4 yards to the 25, 2nd down, 6 yards to go.
It's going to be 2nd down for the Generals, 2nd down and 6 at Habersham's 25-yard line where they put it down. and they're going to be on the ground and stay down there, and they'll get to about the 20-yard line before we brought him down. That was Phillips again on the carry. Got enough for a first down. Tackle was made by Braden Hensley for Habersham Central. Or no, he didn't get enough for a first down.
He's short, about a yard.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little over a yard. They'll call it 2. Big play here. See if Habersham get a tackle for a loss here. Quarterback's coming over there and talking to the head official. I'm not sure what that was about, but down to 8 on the clock.
Harden going to hand the ball off to his running back. He's going to get in for down to the 5-yard line. Look, he's going to get loose for a touchdown, but didn't. That was Mathis on the carry. And the tackle was made by Habersham Central's Grayson Means.
Right now, they're just attacking us between the tackles and really blocking us. Well, big holes to run through. Means had to come off a block from the receiver to make a touchdown-saving tackle there to 5.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to make it in.
Yeah, easily. And he was able to get away from that receiver and make a nice tackle. We got to be better up front than we've been here in these first 4 or 5 plays.
Harden going to hand it. No, he's going to try to throw it, and now he's going to pull it down and run with it. Now he throws it at the last second, incomplete.
Oh, and he just about threw an interception to us. That was Colbert. We were talking about him maybe needing to get an interception here on senior night, his last game, and his quarterback just about threw it right to him. It was low and uncatchable really by anybody, but we were in front of the receiver that he was trying to throw it to.
Second down and goal. They're at Habersham's 5-yard line. Clock is stopped with 9:03 to go here in your first quarter play. Harden in that shotgun, and he's going to stay on the ground and going to jump it to the right side at right tackle. They'll get in easily for a touchdown. That was Mathis that got in from 5 yards out, and they score early here with 8:59 to go in your opening quarter.
Well, that was, Mark, that's much too easy on the ground. I mean, we've got to have better attack at the line of scrimmage there. That's 7-play, 54-yard drive, and all that success was on the ground.
You're right, Chris. That was way too easy. They didn't have a single play for loss. The only bad play they had, they tried to throw it, and they quickly went back to the run, and it worked for them again. So defensive coaches got to regroup over on the sideline and try to shorten them. They probably worried about the pass. They probably said what we talked about, how much they like to throw it, but that time they were all pretty much on the ground, so we may have to do some things up front to try to fix that.
And the extra point was up and good. They lead it now 7-0, Chris.
Yeah, 7-play, 54-yard drive. Phillips, the leading carry there, 3 carries, 41 yards, but Marlon Mathis scores and gets on the board for them. He had 2 carries for 9 yards. So all on the ground for them, and we talked about pregame. Now they just like to sling it everywhere. Well, they just proved us wrong there. And out of those 7 plays, 6 of them were running attempts, and Habersham, we've been pretty good up against the run up front, and but that time we didn't look good at all.
Griffin going to kick it off for the Shiloh Generals. He'll kick it right to the left, and he sort of punches it up there. It's going to hit around the 22-yard line and picked up by Zeke Whittington. Whittington to the 30-yard line and got a flag thrown in there, probably a low block or what do you think?
A block or a hold at about the 20, 30-yard line on one of the backs trying to just spring Zeke, and he came running up the field to catch the short kick, and then he tried to make a cut, and his feet came out from under him. So this is going to back up, unfortunately. We'll probably start this drive from our 15, which is not ideal field position, but let's see what Habersham can do against this Shiloh defense.
8:53 to go here in your first quarter. They lead it early in the ball game, 7-0.
My goodness, if you were with us.
Personal foul.
Yeah, if you were with us 2 years ago when was it 2 years ago? Yeah, when we went to Shiloh on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Never forget that game.
Down 28-0.
28-0 before we even knew what was going on. It was hot as fire up for a late in the year game, and we came back and won that game. Incredible game, and that got us in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
But Shiloh probably never has forgotten that game. Leading 28-0 and losing the lead.
Habersham's got 5 wide, an empty set. Parker in the shotgun. They've got a 3 front. That was backers up close. Now he settles back behind the line of scrimmage, and we want to throw it, going to gun it, and it's going to be a little swing pass out there to Zeke Whittington. He'll get up to about the 20-yard line. A little swing pass to Zeke Whittington.
Yeah, we brought him back into the backfield and then dropped it out there to him in the flats on a little swing pass and picked up 5 yards out of a 5-wide set. So really had the field spread and try to get a block and find him a little seam.
Andrew Reeves made the tackle for Shiloh. Second down. 6 yards to go for a first. Habersham's got a back in the backfield this time. That's Grizzle. He's to the left of the quarterback. We got 2 wideouts on each side. We want to throw, looking to the near side, going to gun it, going to be incomplete. Looking for Zeke Whittington, a little short. It was intended for Zeke, and it fell incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he didn't like what he saw and just threw it in the ground away from Zeke, but there's no chance of catching it. We're going to try to hit Zeke on a little delayed slant pattern. He was lined up on the outside, and sometimes he just tries to throw that short pass way too hard. And to me, that's what it looked like he was trying to do there, too, and just threw that thing in the ground.
Got 3 on the right. We're coming to the right sideline. We're trying to get a screen out there with Zeke Whittington, but pass is going to fall incomplete, and Habersham going to be forced to punt the ball away.
Yeah, kind of surprised we didn't see a running attack there. All 3 of those passing attempts, and with the ball starting at the 15, we were throwing it all 3 downs there, and unfortunately we'll turn it over on downs and punt it back to them.
Yeah, 8:03 to go here in your opening quarter. We're down 7-0 early in the ball game. Garrett Turner going to come out for Habersham Central. They send a single set safety back to receive the punt.
Well, we're going to get great field position more than likely if they field it cleanly.
Yeah, there's the snap and the kick. Pretty good kick by Turner. Yeah, kick put him back to about the 45-yard line. On the return is Miles Smith, and Smith going to go backwards, and we'll tackle him around the 45-yard line. So good coverage that time for Habersham Central.
What a great punt. Did we ever need that one? And Turner that time turned it over, Mark, and kind of gave us much better field position than we thought. Then Shiloh basically get it back pretty much where they started that first drive. But we needed a little something to kind of get us a little spark going. Seems a little flat to me.
Yeah, on both sides of the ball, defense came out flat and gave up a pretty easy touchdown drive, and offense pretty much a 3 and out there. They kind of started in the hole with Finley, but you're right, kind of flat. That was a good punt. Remember, he didn't start the year out as punter, but he's gotten better and better as the year's gone on. So good job to get us out of the hole there.
Harden in that shotgun, got a back on each side of him. He'll hand it off there to Phillips, and Phillips going to get to about the 48-yard line. Tough run that time, got about 5 solid yards. Tackle was made for Habersham Central by Jared White and Carter Barrett there for Habersham Central.
Well, playing that 3-man front, we just can't get, consumed at the line of scrimmage by their big line, and we got to be able to eat their blocks up and let these backers run free, and they got to fill the gaps and make some tackles.
Second down and 4. They're working right to left. We're going to hand it off to one of the running backs again. He'll get the ball into Raider territory. He's going to be very close to having a first down for Shiloh. They'll probably have to take a look at it. Nope. I'm going to go ahead and give it to him, Chris.
That was better. They had to really earn that first down. Braden Wright really hit him hard at the line of scrimmage to get, but couldn't keep him short of it. They'll get a new set of downs, but that's a little bit better look there defensively for Habersham.
Phillips got 4 yards on that carry. That's all he needed. Tackle was made by Braden Wright. Well, they break from the huddle. They'll have Mathis on the right side of the quarterback. Got a back to the left side as well. Got 3 wideouts, 2 on the right. And they're going to run it. Oh, look, they probably lost the ball. The quarterback lost it. Harden pulled it away and lost the ball and fumbled it, and Habersham's recovered it.
I think it's play action pass, and he wanted to go deep with it, and he just dropped the ball, and we recovered it as he tried to dive in and get it. But Habersham was there already on it, and we'll get a big break and take over at the 49.
Garrett Turner recovered the fumble for Habersham Central, so good field position. That's the break we needed.
Yeah, we certainly did need that. As we did nothing with our first set of downs, 3 and out, and we'll take it at the 49 here for our second set of downs.
So we got the ball in Shiloh territory, just barely. We want to throw. Parker forced out of the pocket, being chased, and he's retreating, going backwards and in trouble, and he's going to throw it away and out of bounds. Oh, Well, we had a receiver coming trying to catch him. That was Zeke Whittington, but he was well out of bounds when he caught it.
My goodness, what a heck of a catch he made, though. I mean, he caught that thing and tried to keep 1 foot in bounds. Carson had to scramble to his left, felt pressure coming behind him, and made a U-turn and came all the way back toward the Raider bench and did a good job of not getting tackled for a loss there.
2nd down and 10. We got trips to the left, got a tight end right. We got a running back. That's Grizzle, and we'll go on the ground with Grizzle for the first time. He got a big hole across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. Nice run that time by Blandon Grizzle, the senior.
Yeah, that's there you go. Good running attack there and a huge hole. Credit to that offensive line. Blandon didn't get hit till he got about 8-9 yards down the field.
Got 12 yards on that carry. 1st down and 10 will scrimmage from their 37-yard line. Parker in that shotgun, going to hand it off to Grizzle again, and Grizzle has a little hole over at right guard. He'll get down to about the 30-yard line. Tackle was made.
I like a little more dose of that. I think if you go hurry up against this defense, they're just looking around trying to get set. We need to snap that ball. Look at them.
And we just jump offside on the far side.
Mark, they're moving around, looking over there at their defensive coach, trying to figure out where they need to get lined up. And I think coach recognized that, and we just false started and helped them out there.
Yeah, they had too many people in the field. They were trying to get a defensive lineman off, and he was a long way from the sideline. Unfortunately, they got bailed out there by, fortunately for them, they got bailed out by one of our wideouts who jumped early, or that would have been too many men on the field for them. So, yeah, this pace has gotten them confused.
2nd down and 8. They're showing blitz. And we stand up and look back toward the bench for a play. The clock is down to 5:42 to go in this first quarter. Habersham Central's got a 2nd down and 8. We're at their 35-yard line after the penalty. Parker has got 5 on the play clock. Better hurry. 4 seconds, 3 seconds.
Take a timeout.
Yeah, going to be timeout. Timeout. Let's take a break. 5:28 to go here in your first quarter. Habersham trails 7-0. When we come back, we'll have that 2nd down and 8. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Cummings on the tackle for Shiloh. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Timeout, Shiloh. There's going to be their first charge timeout on the 1st down.
Back here at Raider Stadium, Shiloh had to take a timeout as they had too many men on the field. So 3rd and 9 now for Habersham.
We're in a shotgun. We got 2 wideouts on each side. A running back is Grizzle. Play action. We want to throw. Looking. Going to go long and incomplete. Flags everywhere. We got about 3 flags thrown in that, Chris. It's got to be pass interference.
Yeah, we had a receiver. Who is that over there? That was Zeke trying to break out of a little slant and then run it into a post pattern toward the sidelines, and they were both 2 guys, I think, holding him up there, and that'll be a first down as off defensive holding there. I see Carson looking at some other receivers. I know Zeke's unbelievable. He's our playmaker, but we got to start looking at some of these other wideouts and go to them. We can't always just lock in there on Zeke.
So it's going to be a penalty and a first down marked off against Shiloh. So Habersham gets a first down out of it, and we'll have the ball at the 22-yard line. So. We got a new set of downs, first down and 10. That was our second first down here in the ball game. Got a tight end in there right now. He's on the left side. And we're going to run. No, quarterback's going to pull it. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. Inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. That time Parker just kept it. Good yards.
Great read. And we crashed the end down. And there was nobody there to tackle Carson on the option play. Big hole. And Habersham knocking on the door.
Quick, the backup line quickly. And we'll get it off to Grizzle. Grizzle going to get into about the 5-yard line. So shot a quick snap, got set, and handed it off to Grizzle for about 2 more yards. Tackle was made by Burt. And Habersham making some substitutions. The tight end comes out. We put in some receivers. One of them is Cannon Wilbanks. Whittington's in there. Also Slade Dover's in there. We got trips to the left. We got a split right. Running back is Grizzle, quarterback in the shotgun. He has it, wants to throw, looks. Going to have to scramble to the left. He's got a chance to get in the corner. He's going to dive, and he is upended, and going to be at the 1-yard line. He got upended. Chris looked like he might have got in, but they say he's down to 1.
Yeah, he got tackled, around the knees, and it flipped him up in the air, and he came down just short of the goal line. We're bringing in the jumbo package immediately.
Andrew Reeves got the tackle. We bring in the big running back, Ethan Martin, and he takes a handoff and just barrels forward and gets in.
Yeah, he did a good job of catching that when it was up high. And no doubt about it, he just stuck it right in there behind that big line and the big running back. So Habersham answers after the turnover by Shiloh at midfield with a drive of their own to hopefully tie it back up with the Hill extra point coming.
3:33 to go here in your first quarter. And Michael Hill out for the extra point. Gailey's going to hold it. And there's a snap. The hold, the kick is up. Plenty strong enough, and it's right through there good.
Yeah, excellent. And Habersham, 8 plays, 49 yards on that drive. Ties this thing up here with 3:33 to go in your first quarter, 7-7. That was Ethan Martin scoring in the jumbo package there at the 1 to give Habersham the touchdown. Landon Grizzle with 3 carries, 21 yards in that drive. Parker, 3 carries, 17 yards. And Mark, that's a much more efficient looking offense, kind of like what we saw last Friday night.
Yeah, that's the way to answer a turnover. The defense did a good job getting us a turnover, gave us a fairly short field there at midfield, and the offense did the rest. Went back to the running game, and that proved successful. Landon Grizzle had some good carries on there. Carson had a couple of big carries, and the ground game seemed to have a good effect on the Shiloh defense. I talked to Ethan Martin before the game and said, y'all got jumbo package again this week, and he kind of grinned at me and said, I think we do. So you knew that was coming, and he does a good job with it.
Well, Michael Hill going to kick it off. It's up, and it's going to be caught by one of those up backs around the 28-yard line. There he goes. He could go down the far side, and somebody got him by the ankles at the last second. And that was Mathis on the return. He was one of those up backs, Chris, and he did a good job getting the ball downfield into Raider territory.
Yeah, he was quick up the middle. We tried to kick it away from him, I think. I'm not sure, but he made a touchdown saving tackle, did Michael, at the 43-yard line. I still don't think, looking as the coaches are talking to him, I don't think he really kicked that one where they wanted him to kick it again, but he made a touchdown saving tackle and showed some speed doing it.
Yeah, good job by Michael Hill on the tackle there. They're going to hand the ball off to the
another
fumble on the play. They handed the ball off to the right halfback.
I mean, he dropped it as soon as he got it. And then we got another fumble at midfield, basically. So 2 for 2 for Habersham. And Mark, a Shiloh team that takes it down the field relatively easy in the first drive, kind of going through the motions, you might say, here in these last two series. You
Yeah, got a
see
little
them walking
lackadaisical
around.
there on the exchange. Both of them have really, we hadn't forced either turnover. Both of them have just been a bad exchange between the quarterback and the running back, and they did it again. So I don't know if they're sleepwalking through this game. They did in the first drive, but since then they've just dropped 2 exchanges and given us ball in great field position. Let's see if the offense can convert like they did the last possession.
The fumble was recovered by Keller Green for Habersham Central, but Amuazi just couldn't hang on to it and fumbled it, and Habersham's got the ball back. And now we're going to go long, and it's going to be picked off. An interception there for the Generals as they've got the ball back. So we get a turnover, and then we give it right back to them. Eric Barker with the interception.
Well, we had exactly what we wanted to, though, even though they're in cover 2, which means you got 2 free safeties in the middle field. We were trying to go to Wilbanks running a go route right down the hash mark. Eyes were looking at Zeke, who was running a wheel route as well up the sidelines, and if Carson just releases that thing and lets it go, Cannon's going to run under that one and catch it, but he underthrew it. The free safety was able to make an easy interception.
So 1st down and 10 for the Generals. They've got the ball back. Right now it's a story of turnovers with 3:07 to go here in this first quarter. We're tied up at 7 apiece. Habersham's got a 3 front, and a little play action. Going to gun it over there to the far side. Going to be incomplete. Pass was incomplete.
Well, just another mistake on their part as they just dropped it. Bring up 2nd and 10. That's their first passing attempt on 1st down. They've been a team that's really just thrown it all over the place.
Pass was intended for Benjamin. Fell incomplete. 3:02 to go. Clock is stopped with the incompletion. Shiloh up to the line. Again, they've got the quarterback in the shotgun and a back on each side of him. He takes a snap, wants to throw, looks, going to go long, and it's going to be caught. It was caught there by the wideout. It was Hopkins that made the nice catch.
Well, they see the same thing we do. We're Sataphone's right up there in his face. Matter of fact, got so close last week that he was offsides on defense. This time he's right up in his face. And, well, you've got to be able to jam that receiver and knock him off his route if you're going to play that tight. And he didn't get him quick enough, and then he got it to his outside shoulder and beat him deep.
That was Shaquem Hopkins. He got a 33-yard pass completion. 1st down and 10. They're at Habersham's 26-yard line. On that left hash, they hand it to the running back. He got tripped up. I believe that was Phillips on the carry. He just got tripped up there with his own shoestrings, I guess.
Yeah, tripped over his quarterback's foot, I think. Be a loss of about 1. Bring up 2nd and 11.
Clock is down to 2:22 to go here in this first quarter. Tie ball game 7-7. And the Generals slowly up to the line.
I mean, slowly. There's a lot of walking around with their team. On the field, walking off the field, up to the line of scrimmage. 7-7 is our score here. 2:04 to go if you're just joining us.
Harden in that shotgun puts a back in motion. Takes the snap, wants to throw, looks, going to dump it out there and blocked it. I know it was blocked and it was blocked by Turner, then caught again by the quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah, and all he could do was run with it. Loss of about 5. Going to bring up 3rd and about 17, it looks like. So, yeah, Habersham, good job, I think, by Turner knocking that down. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the deflection as an interception, but it's a loss of about 5 more. So, like I said, 3rd and 17.
Yeah, 3rd and long for the Generals. They're working right to left.
Look for them to challenge us here and take a shot. We're playing a man-to-man with really not much help over the top.
Harden has it, wants to throw, steps up, going to go long, and it's going to be caught. Nice catch that time by the wideout. That was Bryce Pollock with the catch. Man, it was a perfectly thrown ball, and he just laid it right in there.
It's a perfectly thrown ball, and I mean, hey, if we're going to play them like that, Mark, they're going to continue to take shots at that because it's just man-to-man with absolutely no help. Sataphone's got to be able to run with him or at least knock him off the line of scrimmage.
Very, very tough to cover a guy when you're right up in his face and he's got the running start and you got to be able to turn your hips and run with him. You're asking a lot of that guy to do that, and so far they've gotten away with it, but it's been 2 great passes.
That was a 28-yard completion, and now they're going to hand it off to the running back, and he's going to get down to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, you roll the dice and say, well, let's see if the quarterback can make a throw, and he's made both those throws right on the money.
That was Phillips on that last carry, Chris, and now they're just going to try a quarterback sneak. And did they get in? Nothing yet from the official. They tried to get in with Hard, but I don't guess they got in. No, they did. Yeah, there's a late call. So they give Jeremiah Hard, the quarterback sneak, a touchdown.
Never seen an official all the way in the back corner of the end zone give the first signal for the touchdown instead of the two that are on the line of scrimmage. But anyway, it was signaled a touchdown, so they take advantage of our turnover and march down the field pretty easily, both of them on really long throws.
So the helmet came off of the holder for whatever reason, and now that was Hard in the quarterback. So we got a new guy in there to hold the ball, which is not good for the kicker, Costanza. There's a snap, the kick, and it's up there and good. So they got it through there. Timeout on the field, 28 seconds to go. Habersham now down 14-7. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back here on Senior Night.
We'd like to announce that the 10th annual athletic department reverse raffle and dinner will be on March 18th. The tickets are $100 for 2 people to attend. And also I'd like to announce that the 50-50 raffle is now up to about $3,680 to the winner.
Welcome back to Raider Stadium. Chris Black with you, and David Foster to my left. And Shiloh, with 28 seconds to go in the first quarter, scores again. They lead now 14-7 over Habersham.
Griffin going to kick it off, and we'll field it at the 15-yard line. That's Zeke Whittington looking for a hole, and he's going to just get run out of bounds. Couldn't get loose, couldn't find an opening, and just took it out of bounds. So Habersham's got 23 seconds here in this first quarter.
Mishandled it just a little bit trying to pick up the short kick, and that just kind of ruined the timing on that one. So he did a smart thing, protected his body, and just got out of bounds.
Led out there by Davey Sanders, our senior center. We'll have 3 to the left, got a split right. Dover's over there on the left, along with Wilbanks. I'm not sure who that middle guy is on those 3 wideouts. Whittington's over here on the right. And we're going to give the ball off to Grizzle. Grizzle's trying to sweep around that left side. Can't turn the corner. He does pick up probably a couple of yards, but could never really turn the corner. Tackle was made by the cornerback, Alex Pope.
A long way to run to get 2 yards for Blandon as that ball was marked on the right hash. He ran all the way across the field trying to get to the corner, but that's going to be tough to try to get to the corner running parallel to the line of scrimmage with Shiloh team.
Seth Dover's over there by himself on that left side. Got 3 on the right. And we want to throw, looking, and we're going to step up, and he misses one guy. Now it's coming to the near side. He's going to get pushed out of bounds around the 21-yard line. Going to be well short of a first down. Going to bring up 3rd now.
Well, big nose man was just in there in a hurry, and he was all over Carson, and looked like he hit him in the helmet. Might have grabbed his face mask, but somehow or another he got himself out of that and picked up a couple of yards.
3rd down, 3rd and 6. We're at the 22-yard line, our own 22. 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This will be the last play.
I will say they're playing a 3-man front. Look at where the nose man is. He's not even lined up at the line of scrimmage. He's playing like middle linebacker position.
They only got one guy with a hand on the ground.
Yeah.
And we want to throw, looking, going to gun it, going to be caught there by Whittington coming across, and Whittington going to get thrown out of bounds over there on the far side around the 37-yard line. Tackle was made by Miles Smith, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of one quarter. Habersham trails 14-7. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on WCL.
Welcome back to Raider Stadium. Habersham trailing 14-7 as we start the second quarter. First down for Habersham at the 35 of Habersham.
And there goes Grizzle. Another fine run there on first and 10 for Blandon Grizzle. He got a solid 9 yards, or it's going to be actually 10. They'll give him the first down, Chris.
Yeah, Blandon getting some good holes to run through. When we go right at him, we're doing a good job moving them off the line of scrimmage.
McBride made that tackle for the Generals defense. First down and 10. We're at our own 47-yard line. And we drop it, we put it on the ground, and Parker's trying to pick it up and run with it. He may have got a yard or two back, but it's going to be no gain, if anything, on the play.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
He may be hurt a little bit.
His helmet came off.
Just kind of had a bad exchange there, dropped the ball, and he was somehow able to pick it up with a lot of traffic around him, and was kind of stumbling forward and maybe take a shot in the head area. We'll have to let Mark get us an update once he get him over here, but that'll certainly bring in Cooper Smith, and he'll get some action here early in this ball game.
So an injury timeout here for our quarterback, Carson Parker. And obviously Cooper Smith going to come in and replace him. And they're still tending to him. We got 11:29 to go in the half. Habersham is down 14-7, and Parker's up and able to come off under his own power. We may have gotten just the breath knocked out of him, Chris.
Hard to tell. Looking at him in the binoculars, he's still not exactly like. Looks like he's going to be all right.
All right, so Cooper Smith in there to replace him. He's a senior. Cooper's got trips right, got a tight end left, and he wants to throw. Looks, going to gun it, going to be incomplete. May have had his hand hit.
Well, he got hit in the hip as he was throwing it and just had no chance of completing the pass. But was looking for a delayed, I think, pass to Zeke over here, and he got knocked down as he was throwing it.
So it's going to be third down, 3rd and 10. No incompletion on that last pass by Smith.
Tough situation for Cooper. Come in immediately for
Yeah.
lead, second and long, now 3rd and long.
He's got it, wants to throw again, going to gun it, going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Cannon Wilbanks. And it's going to be an incompletion in a punting situation now for Habersham Central. So Cooper came in and went over 2 through the air.
Tried to go to Cannon that time, and they were immediately holding up their hands like it wasn't pass interference. Couldn't tell from this angle or not. But we'll punt it away to them.
Garrett Turner in there to punt the ball away. They got Smith back deep. Snap is high, but he got it and got away the kick, almost blocked. And they're going to let it hit. It's going to go over his head. He's going to pick it up at the 5-yard line, and he's in all kinds of trouble. He'll get tackled around the 9.
Well, he was in no man's land, and
yeah.
They said David Turner had to really get one away in a hurry because pressure was coming, and he hit one of those low end-over-end things that just took off when it hit the ground and went over his head, and he had to go back and chase it down. And
you never know. It might could have rolled in the end zone.
Yeah, it could have, but he wasn't certain about it. And, so he thought he'd go get it. And by then, we've had a bunch of guys down there looking at him square in the face. So
that was a 43-yard punt there, Chris.
Habersham would like to see Shiloh maybe put one on the ground again like they did earlier.
Habersham trails by 7, 14-7 here in the second quarter. And Harden going to hand the ball off to his running back.
Boy, almost did.
Phillips almost fumbled it, but didn't. He held it on his hip and got the ball up into his hands. Tackle was made for Habersham Central by Carter Barrett. Clock is rolling down to 10:38 to go here in the half. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk with our state representative, Victor Anderson. So stay tuned for that. They want to throw again. Going to lob it up there. Going to be overthrown. They're wanting a pass interference. Pass was intended for Miles Smith. He was wanting interference, but nothing called. It was well overthrown.
That was way overthrown, but they were saying we were holding, I think, and they took a shot again against that man-to-man coverage where We're kind of backing our safeties up a little bit, playing more of a distinct cover 2 look and trying to help out if we're going to walk those cornerbacks up and get in the face of those receivers that are lined up on the outside. They're going to continue to try to take shots.
Tell you what, Chris, they got the white jersey and a gray numeral. It's
Can't
really
see them at all.
Yeah, it's hard to see the numbers. They got a guy in motion, and they're going to hand it off to the running back coming around the near side. He's got some room. He's at the 25-30, 35-40, and taken out of bounds by Carter Batt around midfield. Well, Carter saved the touchdown there.
Touchdown saving tackle by Carter. That time that's to his side. Maybe he got sucked to the inside a little bit too much, and they did a good job of blocking it out there on the edge. And they're at midfield now. Nice run there by Shiloh.
Nice run of 40 yards for Amuazi.
Yeah, you want to make them earn all their yardage a little at a time and try to eliminate the big play.
Jameer Amuazi. First down and 10 after that 40-yard run. And they're going to hand the ball off to Amuazi again, and this time not as much. He'll get about 5 yards maybe. Tackle was made by Carter Barrett. So the second straight carry for Amuazi. They're going to get about 6 yards, Chris, looks like. Give me second down. Look at the clock. We're down to 9:30 to go here in the half.
Go back. Defensively, looks like we're going to go back and have Carter more in the middle of the field instead of split out. Kind of help over the top look.
And they're going to run the ball with their running backs. They're going to get tripped up around the 40-yard line. On the carry was Amuazi again. Tackle was made for Habersham Central by Jared White.
Jared White was coming hard off the backside and chasing him down, showing some good speed. Going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Third down and a short for the Generals. They're at Habersham's 41-yard line, moving toward the ladies softball field here. 8:40 to go here in the half. Shiloh 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Harden in that shotgun. Takes it and fakes it, throws it out there for a first down, I think. He's still
down.
on his feet, yeah. He's trying to run down the far side, but look, I guess his knee hit somewhere, but it's going to be enough for a first down.
Boy, that's a great tackle by Gailey that time. And they just threw it out in the flats, and Gailey just came up and just took his legs out from under him. They'll give him enough for the first down at the 40, but great open field tackle.
Benjamin made that catch. But they gave him a first down, as you said, Chris. 1st and 10. Only a 1-yard pickup. But in that shotgun, Habersham with the forefront. And they're going to hand the ball off again to Amuazi. And he's going to have about 5 yards up to the 35-yard line. Tackle was made by Keller Green, our junior defensive end, the 6'3", 205 end. Second down, 2nd and 5. They're at Habersham's 35-yard line. Got 2 on the right, got a split left. They got a man in motion, and they're going to throw it to that guy a little lateral. They get the ball complete there to Miles Smith, and he's going to lose some yards. Nice tackle that time by Habersham Central. That was Sataphone.
Well, great recognition by Sataphone. That was a lateral. So he had to catch that one, and when he did, Sataphone left his receiver and came up the field and made a huge tackle way back at the 45. Going to bring up 3rd and about 15.
They've shown the ability to throw it long, though, Chris.
Oh, yeah, they're going to challenge us right here, I'm sure. Well, we had somebody, I'm not sure who that was, that came in hard off the corner on the blitz. If he just gets his hand up in the air, he might pick it off, as it would have been thrown right to him. Definitely been able to block it.
Play clock at 4, 3, 2, 1, and they should have a penalty here.
Yeah.
They just let the clock expire, and they're going to be called for delay of game. So Habersham's going to push them back 5 yards by the way of penalty with the delay of game. And instead of a 3rd down and 15, going to be a 3rd and 20 now.
Well, would have saved them 5 yards. Surprised they didn't get a timeout there. They had to see the clock.
Third down and 20. They're right at midfield now. They're going backwards. They want to throw, looking, going to go long. It's thrown up there and got a incompletion, and they got a flag thrown in there too, Chris. Is it pass interference?
I'm sure it'll be this time. Probably a hold as the referee threw it at about the yard to gain there. And, you know, it's who knows? It's hard to tell from here this far away. Coach Harrison not happy with the call, but hard to tell.
So third down and 20. We had an incompletion, but we got a pass interference called on Habersham Central.
Well, you knew that's what they were going to do. I mean, third and 20. They feel like they can beat you in that man-to-man coverage and get a first down, and they get the penalty that time to go their way. So to bring up third, not enough for a first down.
Third and 5. Third down and 5. They bring it back to the 35-yard line. We were there just a moment ago, except for all those penalties in that one play where they had negative yardage. So third down and 5, and they want to throw. Play action going to go to the far side and caught for a touchdown. How about that? That was Miles Smith. He just went up for it and caught it.
That was probably the worst throw he's made on a go pattern, and for some reason we weren't able to intercept that one, Mark, or knock it down. We actually had free safety help that time, and it looked like we were going to intercept it for sure, and neither one of them were able to get a hand on it.
Yeah, the free safety made a move. He was waiting on it. He just mistimed his jump. He went to get it, and by the time he got there, he overran the ball, and the ball went right over his head, and by the time he tried to jump and knocked it down, it was already past him. He just mistimed that play. He looked like he was going to make the play. He just mistimed it, went over his head.
Hector Costanza went up with the extra point. It's up and good, and now it's 21-7 in favor of Shiloh. 6:08 to go here in half. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Play 91-yard drive by Shiloh that time. Touchdown pass from their quarterback Harden to that went to Miles Smith. They lead 21-7. Habersham's got to try to get it back to a one-score deficit here with 6 minutes to go.
And Whittington caught it at the 20 down the far side. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and into general territory. And he's pushed out of bounds around the 40-yard line or so, 45-yard line. We'll see where he went out of bounds. Tackle was made by Britton. Where they spotted? Oh, they went out of bounds.
Short of midfield, yeah. 47, 48-yard line.
It was really hard for us, obviously hard for us to see where he went out of bounds, but he stepped out at the 48-yard line.
Well, it gives you pretty good field position with that kick return. If nothing else, you just got to go 50 yards. And plenty of time, obviously. 6 minutes to go. We trail 21-7 here.
Be nice to get points here, Chris. Parker's back in there at quarterback. Carson Parker's got it, wants to throw, looks, going to gun over here to the caught by Cannon Wilbanks and maybe a yard on it. Tackle was made by Reeves.
Give him a 2-yard gain. Okay, you got to chip away at him here. Got to be able to go to some other guys at the wideout position, and I'm sure Shiloh feels like all they need to do is just try to shut down Zeke. We've had good success running the football.
We got trips to the right, got a tight end left. He's got Grizzle to his right. We're in a shotgun. Second down, second long. We're going to run the ball with Grizzle. He's going to try to bounce outside and can't do it. He got to midfield, and that's about it, which was the line of scrimmage. And so maybe a gain of a half yard or a yard. We'll see what they give him.
Yeah, we won't be able to get outside, I don't think, and be successful. So running's got to be in between the tackles, it seems like, and that's sometimes a tough place to make a living.
4:55 to go here. We make a late substitution as Landon Savage is going to come in the ball game now. Tight end came out. That was Nicholson. So 3rd down. 3rd and 6 from the 48. We want to throw Parker in trouble. Steps up. Going to have to run. Well, still pointing. And now he's going to have to run with it to the far side. He's going to try to get that 1st down. Reaches for it. And it's going to be close. It's going to be close, Chris.
Yeah, going to mark him just a little short, I thought. Yeah.
Well, do you go for it here, Chris? It's going to be 4th down and 1. You put your heavy package in, I guess.
Yeah, jumbo package. You need to get to the 42-yard line. They got it marked at the 43. And here comes the big package. And I thought that could have been a late hit, but no call.
And snap directly to Ethan Martin. And Martin's going to have the 1st down. Big 1st down run for Ethan Martin.
Jumbo packages come in and done what they've been asked to do each and every time Ethan gets that ball. He just full speed head on as soon as he gets it.
And 1st down and 10. Shiloh jumped off sides, Chris. It'll be 1st and 5 now.
Just got to stay patient here offensively. Down 2, you definitely need to score here. And you don't want to get down more than 2 scores against this Shiloh box.
It's 21-7. We're under 4 minutes to go in the half now. 1st and 5 after the penalty. We want to throw. Parker looks to the far side. Going to be caught there by Whittington, I guess. And then he's pushed out of bounds. Zeke Whittington with the catch. And tackle was made there by Stroud, the linebacker. Got enough for a 1st down, though, Chris.
Yeah, just a good route by Zeke. Pushes him down the field, stops on a dime, and a good throw by Carson to get it to him. And Habersham gets a new set of downs.
3:47 to go, 21-7. Habersham trailing. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of Shiloh. We got a man in motion. That's Whittington. Now he's going to set to the right of the quarterback and takes the hand. No, the quarterback's going to pull it, and Parker kept it and got about a yard or 2 out of it. So tackle was made by Anthony.
I had Zeke back there with Blandon. I was hoping their eyes would go with Zeke as they faked it to him, and Carson just kind of tripped up there and gets no gain there.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10. 3:19 on the clock. We got a man in motion. That's Zeke again, and we want to throw and dump it out there to Whittington, and Whittington hit immediately there by Andrew Reeves and brought down. So probably a loss on the play there, Chris.
Yeah, boy, needed a block. Needed a block from Dover that time, and he just couldn't quite get his guy turned to the outside. And boy, if he gets that block, that's going to spring Zeke. We brought Zeke in motion right to left and just threw it to him out of the backfield on that swing pass. Loss of about 4 there.
Now officially it's going to be 3rd and 13. They're at the general 33-yard line. 2:40 to go here in the half. Habersham looking back toward the bench for the play. Parker's got it. Takes the snap. Straight drop, looks, steps up. Going to roll to the right, going to throw it. Going to be caught there on the run by Whittington, and Whittington going to be tackled around the 21-yard line. It's going to be about 4th and 2 maybe. The tackle was made there by Pollock. It's going to be 4th down, Chris. 4th at about, that's going to be about a yard.
Yeah, here comes the jumbo package, and they'll try to match it with some size of their own. Martin needs just to be smart here and just don't try to bounce it to the outside.
4th down, he's just going to run forward, and he's going to barrel his way over 2 or 3 people. He'll get down to inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
All right, we might just stay in this package, and we are. We're going to keep Carson over here, David. We're going to stay right in it.
Yeah, so Ethan Martin still in that wildcat look. Martin takes the snap, just going to run straight ahead. This time he got hammered. He got hammered.
Yeah, they blitzed everybody. They said, okay, we know how to combat that. And that time they were in the backfield to meet him, and he'll lose 2 yards on that play.
Second down and 12 now.
Might have fooled him if you'd had Ethan set up to throw a little swing pass there. But they had that one dialed up.
Those jump passes or something.
Yeah.
All right, so second down and about 12. We got Carson Parker back in there. He wants to throw, looks forced out of the pocket. Going to roll to the left. Looking there, he's just going to be caught from behind around the 18-yard line, 17-yard line. We'll see if he got anything on it or not. Tackle was made for the Generals by Keshima.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. Just too much speed to try to get to the corner.
No gain on that last play. 3rd down and 12. 17-yard line of Shiloh. Going to roll right. Parker looking, going to throw on the run. Going to be caught. Who's over there? Is that Zeke?
That's Zeke.
Got a flag
coming in late. Where
hold
that flag's
everything.
thrown, you don't. It's either a lineman downfield or a holding. I would think.
Yeah, hold your horses. Let's see what this is with 32 seconds to go here in the half. Trying to get points late.
Well, like Shiloh is pointing at us, I think.
Let's see what we got. Waiting for the referee to make his call.
Oh, that'd be a big one because it was going to be 4th and about 1.
What is it, though? Pass interference on the offense.
I guess we pushed off to try to get open. I don't think that was on Zeke, though, because the flag was thrown way back behind him. Unusual call. Coach Harrison wants to know who it was called on. And we're going to call pass interference on a receiver that's not even in the play, Mark. I mean, you got to wonder about that call. I hate to call out an official, but that's an odd pass interference call.
They called it on our running back, Landon Grizzle. That's what Coach Harrison's upset about.
Wow.
Our running back who was pass protecting, and they called a downfield pass interference on it, 10, 15 yards down the field on our running back. So that's why Coach Harrison, he called a timeout, wanted an explanation. He's calling the referee over there, and the referee's getting an explanation right now of the guy that called the penalty, trying to defend his, now he's upset. So that, I don't know. Coach Harrison, you can see he is beside himself that they called that on our running back 15 yards down the field, and it was just an out route. It was just a quick out route. It's just a quick out route that, just a quick out route.
I don't know how, I mean, you don't see pass interference called against another receiver when it's not going to him.
The referee's just laughing at Coach Harrison. He's just laughing. I don't know why you would be laughing at the coach. He's still laughing at the coach. He's smiling and laughing right now at the coach, right in front of Coach Harrison.
Coach Harrison's getting his money's worth on him, and they're letting him.
That don't make sense.
They're really letting him talk, too.
I don't know. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
If I remember correctly,
we'll see what happens.
If I remember correctly, Coach Harrison.
Yeah, he's upset.
I think he's got a history with this guy, Mark, with that official.
He may. This crew has done before, and we've had a little bit of problems. But that was called from the back judge who was under the goalpost and threw the flag about 30 yards across the field there to make that call. So I didn't see it. I'm not sure. There might have been pass interference, but Coach Harrison can't understand why it's our running back.
Blandon's not in the pass route.
Right, yeah.
On that play.
He's nowhere close to the ball. He's nowhere involved in that pass pattern. That's what Coach Harrison was saying, and he didn't win that argument.
So it's 3rd down and 27 after all that. 3rd down and 27. Parker in the shotgun. Looks. Going to throw it to the near side and left it well short and behind the intended receiver. That was Seth Dover. Dover looked open, but the pass was short and behind him.
Yeah, he had to throw it off his back foot. Somebody was in his face and unable to get enough on it to get it to him. It would have been just enough to, maybe get you in a position to maybe reach for a field goal. 26 seconds to go, 4th and 27. I'm not sure you got a play call here in the book that can work here, but let's see.
Timeout first. Timeout, 26 seconds to go. Let's take a quick break. Habersham trails 21-7. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back here to Raider Stadium. Trailing 21-7, the drive has kind of stalled out with a penalty against Habersham. Had the opportunity at a 4th and 1 from about the 9-yard line, or excuse me, about the 6-yard line. Penalty backed us up, and now we're faced with 4th and 27.
All right, 4th down and very long. Parker's got it, looks, steps up and going to throw it to the end zone, and it's going to be up for grabs, and it is going to come down as an interception for Shiloh. I think it was Miles Smith. Miles Smith with the interception. So he just threw it up for grabs, kind of like a Hail Mary, Chris, and they came down with it.
That's all you could do, really. 4th and 27. Hopefully you get yourself enough time to be able to make the throw, and maybe you get a break, go your way, and you get it. But they'll get the ball at the 20 with just 17 seconds to go. And remember, Habersham will get the ball to start the second half. So we've moved the football. We just got to be able to get it in the end zone.
Looking at some stats real quick. Let's see. Habersham's got 66 yards rushing. They've got 116 total plays. Habersham's got 102, and they've got 201. They throw it twice, and it's up there and incomplete. No, they call it. It's taken away. We got the ball back. It's taken away by Satterphone. The long pass was taken away by him. He's trying to come down the field but won't get anywhere. And he's tackled. And we got 2 seconds left on the clock, Chris.
Yeah, they took a chance on the play. They weren't willing to just say, we'll go into the half. With 21-7 lead from our own 20, they tried to double pass. Was underthrown because it wasn't thrown by their quarterback. Satterphone was kind of chasing the receiver, was able to catch up to him, and Mark, I think he took it away from him maybe after they called it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Shiloh did catch the ball, and you thought, well, man, they got away with a trick play there, but then he did a good job just kind of ripping it from him there as he was coming down and got the ball back. You hope he might maybe break a long run there, but they were able to get him before he crossed midfield, so we're going to try maybe a Hail Mary of our own.
Let's see what happens. So we just got the ball back with I guess it's an interception, Chris, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, Cooper Smith in there to throw the ball down the field, and he got hit as he throws it. Well, maybe he didn't. He threw it right to, let's see, that was Whittington. But he was pushed out of bounds immediately right around the 43-yard line. So I wasn't able to get it downfield. So
I guess, man, I don't know if the design, I thought maybe the design would be for him to just throw it deep.
I thought he got hit versus it went short. But
yeah, he was looking that way, though, at the last second.
And that's the end of the first half. Habersham trails 21-7. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime show, and our guest is going to be State Representative Victor Anderson. Habersham trails 21-7. Commercial break. We'll be right back with that.
Featured in that reporter's for Metro Detroit's new study.
Goodbye.
Your hours of dedication to this band, your students, and children, this community, and being outside. I love everyone's impression of talking about regeneration. And brother, I love to meet you, and when we always get back. When the sun comes warm upon your face, and rain falls soft upon your fields, and still you begin. We thank you, we love you, we wish you the very best, and we look forward to seeing you again. Well played. Ladies and gentlemen. And then, you got to tell me you recognize it for the last time the Raiders stayed up. But it's going to look to the right here. Later fans, I can ask your attention please. We've had the drawing for the 50-50 raffle for the Dugout Club. The winner, one of our really long-time Raiders supporters, will take home around $3,800. Mr. Calvin Wilbanks, congratulations.
So I'm like you take it right at him in the running game, or it's got to be underneath somehow or another in the passing game.
Yeah, we get, you just can't outrun them down the sideline. Zeke's been able to outrun some teams here and there, but this team they can't. They got that safety over the top of Zeke. Even if he does get by that corner and can outrun him, they got that safety playing 12, 15 yards deep just waiting on him, and that's what happened on the interception that one time. That pass was actually to Cannon Wilbanks, and it looked open. He did. I saw what Carson saw when he threw it over the top, because he did beat the corner, but then he didn't read the safety back there just waiting on him, and the safety jumped the route and got the pass. It's going to be tough to throw it underneath. We got to be patient with our running game. We got to be patient with our short passing game, and I'm sure offensive coaches got together and talked about that. And then defensively, again, it's the big play that's killing us, the big running plays and the big pass plays. So if we can limit those, they've had to punt a couple of times. So if we can just keep the big play from happening on the defensive side and move the chains on the offensive side, we can have a good third quarter here and get back in the game.
All right, trailing 21-7, both teams back out, and all-important drive really coming up for Habersham to start this second half and to bring us the action. David Foster.
All right, Chris. Griffin going to kick it off for the Generals. They're in the white, Habersham in the gray. We got Satafone and Zeke Whittington back deep. And let's see if they just punch it up there or what. And it's going to be returnable. Satafone's going to have it right at the 20, 25, 30, and that's it. Tackle was made by Hall for the Generals on special teams. All right, we're down 21-7 as we begin this second half. Down 21-7. Second half just underway. Habersham's got the first possession, as Chris mentioned just a moment ago. And Carson Parker should come back out as a quarterback for us, and he is. Got Seth Dover coming out, Zeke Whittington, and Wilbanks can go to the right. Got a tight end in the ball game. He's on the left. Parker's in that shotgun, looking at a forefront. Play action, throw it out there, dump it out there to Whittington. He gets up in it for about a 4-yard loss.
Oh, boy. Well, if we get that block, though, if we block that guy over there, that wide out, if we get that block, Zeke's going to pick up some really good yardage that time, because he was the only one over there, and he wins that battle and makes the tackle for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, Stroud was that guy that made that tackle. Second down, 2nd and 14. Flip-flopper tied in from left to right. Got 3 on the left this time, 3 wideouts that is. And we want to throw, we're looking this way. And we're going to gun it, going to get it to a wideout. Seth Dover makes one man miss, but the third guy made contact and brought it down around the 35-yard line. Tackle was made by McBride.
Good protection that time. It gave Carson an opportunity to find, gaze the field. And Dover, Seth, was just settled in out here in the flats up against the Raider sideline. Nice gain there.
8 yards was that gain, 3rd down and 6. They're showing blitz. They got everybody standing up this time.
Yeah, that nose man's 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to take a timeout again.
Yeah, early timeout, 10:33 to go in your third quarter. Habersham trails 21-7. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
Here at Raider Stadium, Shiloh has taken an early timeout here. Habersham's got 3rd and 7 from their own 34-yard line.
And we got 2 wideouts on each side. We got Zeke Whittington in motion. We want to throw, looking. We step up, and we're going to get sacked, yes, around the 29-yard line. Parker got back, got in trouble and couldn't get away from it, and got sacked at the 29.
Well, it's a three-man front. And the two defensive ends are split out wide. The nose man is actually standing up at the line of scrimmage about 3 yards deep. And every time they've been in that situation on a pass rush situation, nose man is just looping around to the backside. And we're not picking up the guys on the edge. If you could pick up the guys on the edge, you got something wide open up the middle.
And we got away the punt, and they catch it. They fair caught it at the 44-yard line. Fair caught there by Griffin. 9:52 to go here in the third quarter. Habersham Central trailing 21-7. And the Generals have got the ball back.
Oh, you'd love to have done something offensively there and at least kept the ball away from them and then flipped the field position. So now defense has got to come out and come up with their first good defensive stand and a 3-and-out maybe here. We've gotten a couple of turnovers, but defensively haven't really just stood up at the line of scrimmage and stopped their running game.
First down and 10. And they want to throw and a gun over here. It's going to be caught there by the wideout. He's making a couple moves as he goes across the field. That's Hopkins. And Hopkins got down to about the 37-yard line. Tackle was made by Chase Colbert.
That time we gave them a different look. Satafon had been right up man-to-man in their face, and he backs off at the last minute and gives them a cushion, and then they just run a slant right in front of him. Maybe a little confusion there in the secondary as well.
That was an 18-yard pass play. They snap it, going to run the ball. No, pull it down, play action, and it's going to be complete down to about the 25-yard line. Tackle was made by by Carter Barrett. The catch was made by Miles Smith. Smith on the catch and Barrett on the tackle for the Raiders.
Yeah, now we're giving them a little cushion, and they're taking the slants. So if that's the case, our linebackers got to get a little bit deeper and try to, get a hand on the ball, just get in the way of those slant patterns.
First down and 10. 13-yard pickup on that last pass play. First and 10, they're at Habersham's 25-yard line, working toward the ladies softball field, left to right. They're going to run the ball right up the gut, and they'll get down to about the 16-yard line, maybe the 17. On the carry was Micah Phillips. Tackle was made by Carter Barrett again. They got a solid 8 yards, second down and 2 from the 17. And they're going to run it again right up the gut. That's Phillips. And Phillips going to get inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Tackle was made by Chase Colbert. They're doing what they did to start the ball game, Chris.
Yeah, just running. I'm not sure why they really got away from it. They seem to have really good success with it.
And they run it over there at right guard. Phillips on the carry. Unpiling. Braden Wright will get credit for the tackle. We second down and go. We'll be right about the 2-yard line. Second and go from the 2. Quarterback is Harden. He'll be in that shotgun. And he hands it off to his eye back right up the gut, and he is going to
get in touchdown. We stood him up initially, but then as he got stood up, he fell over and reached for the goal line. Pretty good job defensively, but they only had to get about a half a yard there, and they were able to get it.
That was Phillips that got in for the touchdown from 2 yards out. Kyle Phillips gives them a 27-7 lead here in this third quarter.
6 plays, 56-yard drive there for Shiloh.
Costanza for the extra point. The kick is up, a little low, but it is good and through there. Timeout on the field, 28-7. Habersham Central trailing here in this third quarter.
Yeah, we tried to give them some cushion at the line of scrimmage with those cornerbacks, Mark, and instead of walking them up in their face, and they just immediately took advantage of it and threw slant patterns, and that's a quick 6-play, 56-yard drive.
Yeah, they play action off the slant pattern, which means it's a little deeper down the field. What that does, it pulls the linebackers to outside. The play action pulls the backer up about a step or two, and that's all the window the quarterback needs to get it to that receiver. So it's not a real quick slant, it's a deeper slant, but with the play action, they're able to hit that window and get good plays. And we have that one safety, and he just picks the side, I think, that the safety's not on and throws that slant. So it's a pretty well-designed play if you can hit that window, but then they just ran it there toward the end, and we weren't very successful in stopping the run there at the end either. So disappointing drive there. We, like you said, Chris, we gave them a short field because we weren't able to move the ball. Offense needs to get out of the hole here.
Griffin going to kick it off for the Generals. They lead it now 28-7. Kickoff is up, and Sataphone has it at the 21-yard line. 30, 35, 40. There he goes, midfield. 45, 40, 35, 30. Oh, it's knocked out of his hands, and it is going to be picked up and recovered by Shiloh.
Unbelievable. That's
wow.
almost, it's just kind of like how it's gone all year. Sataphone sidestepped somebody and tightrope the sidelines all the way up in front of the Raider bench. And there was a couple of people back, and he was just trying to figure out how to weave his way through them or past them. And somebody, I think, just knocked the ball out of his hand about the 20, and it went all the way down to the 5. We had somebody trying to chase it and save it at the 5 for us, but couldn't get there in time. And my goodness, Mark, that's kind of a microcosm of kind of some of what we've seen this year for Habersham.
Yeah.
Just big plays just doesn't turn out to be a big play for us.
It's amazing. We talked about that, penalties at inopportune times, plays like that where you look like we got something going and it just goes wrong on us. That's a good point. That's just kind of the way our year has gone.
And they're going to run it. That's Phillips. The guy that recovered that fumble was Britton. Britton was the one that recovered that fumble just a moment ago by Sataphone and gave the ball back to the Generals.
Tough break for Sataphone. I mean, he did everything right. He just ran right past somebody about the 35-yard line, and just somehow or another, he just got it poked away from him, and tough break.
That last tackle was made by Carter Barrett for the Raiders. Second down and about 2. They're at their own 13-yard line. And they want to throw it, going to gun it. Almost intercepted by Habersham Central.
No, and Gailey read it that time. He saw the play fake and knew the slant was coming and just. No, but that was Gailey on the inside that jumped the route. Colbert was covering him, and Gailey jumped the route. God just needed to bless him about 3 more inches there. And he picks that one off and goes into the house for 6. Boy, timed his jump. Everything just right, just couldn't quite get it.
6:42 on the clock. It stopped with that incompletion. 3rd down and 2. Both running backs are to the right of the court. Or no, check it. They're up. The quarterback splits the backs, and they'll run it. And they go get the 1st down. There they go down the field. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield down the far side. 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown for Stroud. That was 87 yards. Was it 5 or 6 on the long touchdown run?
Boy,
was it Stroud or
you can't see those numbers whatsoever.
Amuazi. Which one was it, Rodney? Who had that carry down the field? Let's go down the field. Mark, what could you tell Mark who had that carry?
It was 5.
5. Okay, Stroud. All right, so it was Stroud. It was Stroud. Extra point is up and good. Timeout on the field, 6:24 to go. Habersham trails 35-7. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Raider Stadium. Habersham looked like they were going to return a kick and have great field position, and it got knocked away from them at the 20, and they recovered it at the 5. Shiloh did, and then went 3 plays, 95 yards. That was who did we say that was again? That was Stroud.
Stroud, yeah, Stroud. They gave to
87-yard touchdown run. We just that big hole, and then we missed a tackle. Carter came up to try to tackle him and just missed, and they just outraced us all the way down the sideline and made another guy miss at about the 20. and they've really built a big, huge lead here now, 35-7.
Griffin going to kick it off for the Generals. There's a kick up and returnable for Whittington on the dead run to the 20, 25-30. Or check it, that may be Blandon Grizzle on the return. Grizzle on the return. Tackle was made by Sauls. And he went out of bounds around the 33-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 from there. .6:18 to go here in the quarter.
Habersham's got to just come up with something offensively here. Give this defense a little bit of a breather over here and put together something. I think you got to try to be physical up front and run the ball here. Trailing 35-7.
We got Grizzle in there running back. So we got trips on the left side. Looks like there's a little mix-up with the wideouts. And now I think it's going to be a legal procedure.
Flags on the play. Illegal procedure against the Raiders.
Back us up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
1st and 15.
It's got was some confusion there. I'm not sure why that the receivers were just not lined up correctly.
1st and 15. And the quarterback going to pull it. Carson Parker coming to the near side. Got upended. Got to about the 32-yard line. Tackle was made by Reeves.
Come back to that play and run a little RPO on it and give Carson the opportunity to throw it. One of these wide outs.
We got 3 on the left side. It's going to be 2nd down 11. Carson wants to throw, looks going to go over the middle, going to be caught and complete by Zeke Whittington. Got to about the 43-yard line. Up, we're going to spot him around the 42. Tackle was made for the Generals by Cummings. Bringing that jumbo package down with Ethan Martin. And that Wildcat takes a snap, and he'll have the 1st down as he plunges across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So Ethan Martin. Tackle was made by Anthony.
Well, new set of downs. That's a good sign. Got a 1st down there, and hopefully try to get another one and let's try to keep this offense out on the field.
1st down and 10 for the Raiders after that 4-yard run by Martin. We'll play action up. Quarterback's going to keep it around that right side and slides across midfield into the general territory, but they're going to spot him right at the 50-yard line, though, because we start that
RPO. And he comes back to it. He may throw it to Zeke this time, but he saw a big hole there. Don't blame him. I would have taken off running too, picked up 5.
2nd down and 6. Down to 4:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cannon Wilbanks coming across the field. He'll join Seth Dover and Zeke Whittington over there on the far side. Second down and 6. Shotgun. We want to throw. Looks. Going to gun over the middle, and it'll be blocked down, knocked down, and who caught it? Blandon Grizzle. It was knocked away somehow, and Grizzle came away with the ball.
Lyman hit it, knocked it up there. Blandon was Johnny on the spot, and we'll pick up a 1st down.
Wow. Tackle was made finally by Reeves, but good heads-up play by Blandon Grizzle.
Yeah, I kind of missed it all. I was looking down the field at the pass patterns that were being ran and didn't see all that.
Well, he caught it out of a pile. I didn't see him catch it either. I was looking at it. Right in the middle of a pile. He got 11 yards on that pass play. We want to throw. Parker gets away from one and throws it, and it's going to be intercepted. It's going to be intercepted about the 30-yard line. It's intercepted by Alex Pope. And Pope going down the far side. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 20. 10-5 touchdown. Pick 6 there for Alex Pope.
Well, Carson did everything right there. Dodged the pressure, stepped up in the pocket, and I'm not sure now if it maybe was Wilbanks he was trying to go to. Just threw it behind him a little bit. He made a great play on the ball, but if the ball's thrown to the outside, he has to go through the receiver to get to it, and wouldn't have been able to. Thrown behind him, he was able to pick it off, and then with his athletic ability and speed, ran it all the way back to the other side where we really had nobody at home. So just an unfortunate break there for Habersham.
All right, so the extra point. Costanza going to stick it up, and it's good. Timeout on the field. Habersham Central, well, do we have a flag? Let's see. Well, we got a flag on the extra point, so hold everything. It'll be against the Raiders, so I guess they'll decline it, Chris, or take it on the
That'd be a
kickoff.
personal foul. We may be losing our composure a little bit there.
Personal foul against the Raiders.
All right, so personal foul on the Raiders. Personal foul, so I guess they'll assess it on the kickoff.
Yeah.
Timeout on the field, 3:17 to go. Habersham trails 41-7. Commercial break. We'll be right back. That's 42. 42.
The next point was good.
They just doubled us up. And welcome back to Raiders Stadium. It was 21-7 when we started this second half, and with 3:17 to go in your third quarter, Shiloh's doubled that with 3 really quick touchdowns here. Pick 6, a long run, and a pass play. All of them long, big plays, and they've stretched it out, Mark, to a 42-7 lead, and just kind of a tough environment and situation right now for Habersham.
Yeah, just too much speed. He made a great play on the ball there, and then his just athletic ability and speed took over on that play and the long run a while ago, and we're just not able to contain that kind of speed, especially when it gets to the open field like that. We're just out. They just outrun us. So you can tell that we're having trouble with it right now.
They kick it into the end zone. We'll have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
A lot of speed on this Shiloh team. I mean, they're athletic and run good at every position. They had a shootout with North Forsyth. I think lost that one 42-34, and I can't remember their score with Gainesville. But we've struggled tonight in finding any kind of rhythm offensively that'll work.
All right. Parker in there at quarterback. Takes the snap and keeps it. Not much at all. Anthony made the tackle. They may give him a yard on that carry.
Well, you can just tell what their game is athletically on defense. I mean, when you stand people up at the line of scrimmage, sometimes they don't even get them in three-point stance. They're just coming after you and using their speed to cause problems.
Parker trying to throw it, and he's going to get sacked. Oh, he got away from it somehow. And he's scrambling to the 25 and slides down around the 26 or 27-yard line. Tackle was made by Miles Smith, but it looked like Parker was going to get sacked deep.
He's a Houdini somehow or another to get out of that mess. And we'd like to see him be a little more comfortable looking in that pocket. He's back there and just really stomping those feet in the ground, and it may not make you look nervous, but it may not mean that you are, but he certainly just looks nervous as he's trying to find that receiver.
Parker going to step up again and throw it long and got it to Whittington. Whittington is slung around and still on his feet to the 40, and they bring him down around the 39-yard line. Got a flag on the play, though. Got a flag.
Goes down inside the Shiloh 40-yard line.
So they've picked it up.
In defense of Parker, I'd be nervous too with that much pressure coming at me so often. I mean, it's hard to survey the field and find the open guy.
No flag on the play. It was a 33-yard pass completion to Whittington. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the general 40-yard line. 1st and 10. 1:33 to go here in the third quarter. And we're going to hand it off to our running back, Blandon Grizzle. Grizzle going to get about 3 yards. Tackle was made by Hernandez. Approaching the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. We're down 42-7. There's a snap. Parker just going to keep it right up the gut and get to about the 35-yard line. Tackle was made there by Mostly. We're 3rd down now.
It's 1 yard on the play to the 36. 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the Raiders.
Habersham at the general 36-yard line. 3rd down, about 6. Parker wants to throw. Looks and going to throw it incomplete. It's going to be incomplete and be 4th down. 18 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Looking at Zeke over there and just didn't quite get it to him. We couldn't tell if it got tipped or not, but they'll bring up 4th and about 6 with 18 seconds to go here in your third quarter. They'll bring pressure and defend you man to man, and then that cover 2. It's hard to find a soft spot.
Parker going to run a reverse, and now we want to throw it. Zeke going to throw it. It's going to be caught there by Cannon Wilbanks, and they got hammered. Incomplete.
Well, he was open, and by the time Zeke was able to get himself turned and get it to Cannon, it gave that free safety time to react to it and just dislodge it from Cannon as soon as he got it. So tough break for Habersham. Everything looked good about it, but it just took a little too long for it to develop. And maybe Zeke can just run that one for a 1st down, but boy, he had Cannon wide open. But just when it doesn't go your way, it just doesn't go your way.
There was a play early in the half, or in the first half, that just seemed to exemplify the season. What was that play that you made the comment? The way how things have just gone. Oh, it was the fumble.
The fumble down here on the kick return.
Yeah.
Just big plays have been nullified by penalties, as Mark said, so often, and touchdowns have called back. And then when you have a big play like that, somehow or another it turns into a turnover for them.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to be a kickoff return for you.
That last run for Shiloh is by Mathis, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. That's the end of 3 quarters. Habersham trails 42-7. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with the fourth. And we're back here at Raiders Stadium. There's a run by Mathis, got a new quarterback. No, we don't. Harden is still in there. Run by Mathis, tackle made by Carter Barrett. And they're going to give him about 9 yards, check it, 10 yards. First down and 10 after that 9-yard run. Harden hands it off to his running back again. And he gets brought down around the 45-yard line. Tackle was made by Grayson Means. And the ball carrier, that was Mathis. Okay, Mathis is hurt on the play. Timeout on the play, injury timeout, 42-7. Habersham trails. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
Back with you. David Foster to my left. Mark Osborne down on the field, and it's been all Shiloh here in the second half. 21-7 was your halftime score, and they've doubled that up and turned it into a 42-7 score. So Habersham's just trying to play as hard and as tough as they can here. We'll see if Shiloh may go to some backup guys. I would think they're going to play next week somewhere in the playoffs. They'll go as the 3rd seed out of our region.
The running back is Stroud. He had that long run a moment ago, so he's back in there. Not much of a backup, huh? Little play action. They want to throw, going to lob it up there, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Florence.
Interesting call, 42-7. Go for a home run ball. Good job by Satafon, though. Running with him. He's got pretty good speed. But that's a toughest position to play, especially when you play it the way we've been playing it, where you walk up and get in their face. Running clock so that it does not stop on an incomplete pass.
3rd down and 6 from the 46-yard line. They'll play action, going to throw it incomplete. Somebody got a hand on it.
That means that time.
Grayson Means. Grayson Means got a hand on it. So Shiloh will have a 4th down. Looks like they're going to go for it.
They've thrown it 2 times here in a row with a 42-7 lead. Running clock, I guess it doesn't matter. It's not going to stop the clock on the incomplete. So.
And they're going to run it with Stroud, and Stroud going to get loose for a 1st down. Tackle made there by Carter Barrett. He bounced off 2 or 3 people and kept going and got the 1st down.
Don't mark him short, though, about a half a yard.
Okay.
They had to get to 40. They mark him just short of it.
They're good. Looked to me like he had the 1st down, but officials spotted him short.
Yeah, he immediately came running in here over to the side, judge did, and had it marked short of the 40 the whole way. Carter Barrett with another tackle. Man, he's coming up and making a ton of tackles. He's got to be. They don't know how sore and banged up their bodies are really until they wake up one day and they feel like, well, wow, I feel good again. That's probably the way a lot of these guys on the defense side of the ball feel after tonight.
Cooper Smith wants to throw. Going to gun over here to the near side, going to be caught by Zeke Whittington. And Whittington going to be forced out of bounds. He's pushed out over here around midfield. And they're going to spot it at the general 49-yard line. 8:15 to go here in the ball game. Cooper Smith in there at quarterback. Cooper has it, wants to throw. It's going to be knocked down. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage there by Keshima.
Yeah, he knew pass and kind of didn't rush the quarterback, just kind of sat there at the line of scrimmage and just jumped up and knocked it down.
Second down and 10.
Couldn't help but admire a defensive end that made that play Sunday for the Atlanta Falcons, the guy that we saw play when we played Norcross, Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah.
He jumped up and intercepted one at the line of scrimmage and ran it back for a touchdown.
Got it to Whittington. Whittington got tripped up around the 40-yard line. Tackle made there by the Generals by Keshima.
Oh, you see more people slip on the turf than it seems like you should.
Third down, about a yard for first. Cooper stands up, looks back toward the bench. Got trips on the right.
Well, we need about a yard, and we have nobody in the backfield, so this one's on Cooper here.
We're going to throw it. We got it complete to Whittington. Whittington's going to go all the way down inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. I think we got a face mask too, Chris. Going to be a face mask probably on Shiloh.
Well, they're just giving him a little cushion now, and he's really, obviously, we know how talented he is, and just a quick little throw, a little underneath route, and he makes a few people miss, and then they tackle the face mask, trying to bring him down. So this will move it on down inside the 5, or inside the 15, down almost to the 10.
Yeah.
Mark it at the 11.
So first and goal.
Empty set again.
5 wide, 3 on the left. We want to throw looking left, and we're going to gun it. Going to be caught. They drop it and got a flag in there too. It was intended for Cannon Wilbanks, but it's going to be incomplete. Let's check the call.
See if we get them for a hold there as we tried to run a little crossing pattern.
We're retreating though, Chris. Okay, then.
Oh, no, he signaled it against Habersham.
Habersham's retreating again.
Yeah, he did point to Shiloh, but then he came back and pointed to Habersham. Mark, what was that call? Go down to Mark. What was that call, Mark? Pass interference?
That was offensive pass interference, but it was just a quick slant. Unless we did some kind of pick off the slant, which I didn't see because we were just throwing a slant outside. Evidently, the slot receiver must have cut in front of the defender at the last second and got called for pass interference. I didn't see it.
All right, we want to throw. Cooper looking, going to go long over the middle, going to be caught by Zeke Whittington. Great catch going over the middle.
I tell you what, great catch, great throw too by Cooper that time. He threw it to the spot where Zeke was going to be as he's running that little post pattern across the middle, and he went up and made a heck of a catch, but beautiful throw.
5:25 to go. Second down, we want to throw, going to gun it toward the end zone. It's going to be incomplete, a little short. It was intended for Cannon Wilbanks.
Third down.
That's 3rd and 5. We'll just keep the empty back set. We know Cooper's not going to get the quarterback run call, I don't think. So we're just going to continue to throw it and try to find an open receiver.
Got 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Cooper wants to throw, looking right, and he's going to be hit as he throws it. It's going to fall incomplete.
Well, and that's frustrating because they only rushed 3. I mean, we got to do a better job of keeping 3 guys out of our quarterback's face right there, especially snapping it from about the 12-yard line. And I think he was going to look at Zeke there. I think he was going to be open.
All right, so 4th down here, Chris. 4th down, about 6 for a first.
Now we got Blandon in the backfield with Cooper. You can still get a first down.
Yep, around the 1-yard line. Got Whittington in motion. We want to throw. We're looking. We're forced out of the pocket, and we're going to get sacked. Cooper got sacked around the 12-yard line. And we'll turn the ball over on downs.
Well, just their speed and athleticism up front, Mark, was just I guess it's just a little bit too much for us. We're unable to give him time to for those routes to develop.
Yeah, they're doing a little looping up there too.
Yeah.
With the three, they are. The guy in the middle is looping either left or right. And we did a good job earlier picking it up. For some reason, we got to where we couldn't pick him up as good. And actually, the guy that's not doing the looping, that's coming off the stunt, is the one getting back there. So we're just not doing a good job of keeping the three rushers off our quarterback, and that time he got sacked.
So the Generals have got the ball back. And they're going to run it. They got a flag thrown in there. Stroud on the carry. Tackle was made there by Alex Etheridge. Got a penalty on them, though, Chris.
Illegal procedure. I mean, you have to. I guess officials probably let them play pretty good because I'm not sure we've had a holding call against either team. And it is high school football, and there's been a lot of throwing. Hard to believe there hadn't been somebody doing some holding out there, but they're letting them play pretty good.
We've had a total of 12 penalties here in the ball game. First down and 15 after that illegal procedure on the Generals. Oh, there's a bad snap. Going to go back to the end. Back behind the into the end zone and outside is going to be a safety.
Yeah, just missed it. It was a little bit high, but he just missed it. So we'll get 2 points out of it, and they'll have to kick it to us.
Just went right through his hands and out of the back of the end zone. So Habersham's got 9 now, 42-9. We hope we can get a chance to chat with Sam Ivester before the end of the ball game. He's coaching his last ball game here, Chris.
Yeah, I think you said 33 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Long time. Been in football forever.
Let's see if we got time to get a few words with Sam Ivester. Mark's going to try to go up to him.
Quick. Here with Coach Sam Ivester. Sam, I know this isn't the conditions you want to go out on, but you're retiring after 33 years. You got a lot of memories coaching football, I'm sure.
Oh, I do. I played here, and I got, memories from that, and then coaching here for the last several years. It's been a great joy for me.
Well, congratulations. What's your plans now? Have you got any retirement plans right away?
You'll probably have to ask my wife about that. I think she wants to travel, so hopefully we'll be able to afford to do that.
Congratulations on a great career, Sam. We're glad to have you, and we're proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. That's obviously retiring after 33 years of coaching, part of it at Stevens County and the last few years here at Habersham.
All right, so Habersham's got the kickoff, and it's blown dead. We'll have it around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, been around the game of football his whole life. I'm sure he started playing as early as you could back when we were 8, 9 years old, and he went on to play 4 years of football at East Tennessee.
Where did Stacy play?
No, it's not. Is that where Sam went? Yeah, East Tennessee.
They both went there?
Didn't think that was right, but it was, and has been around footballs all of his life, and poured a lot of good stuff into a lot of guys over the years on the football field, and they'll certainly be missed here.
Well, you hate for this ball game to end like this with the seniors, and you certainly hate for it to end like this for Sam, who's going out for his final time too.
But he got a lot of good memories that'll overshadow this one.
Absolutely. There's an incomplete pass intended for Whittington. Got 90 seconds to go here in this ball game. Habersham going to finish the year at 3-7 and 1-5 in region, and
you go
Shiloh
back
5-5 and 4-2 in the region.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't mean to interrupt you. Just go back to that Lanier game.
Yeah,
we punch it in from the 6-yard line and go 1-0 in the region. And I think it's a ball team that has just a different feel about themselves.
I agree. Second down, under a minute to go in the game, and we barely got the pass off, and he was able to throw it into the ground. Intended, I guess, for who? Was that for Dover?
Well, that's just, again, 3 people are able to get in the face of the quarterback, and that's tough luck for Cooper. He's got to give a little bit more protection than that.
So clock is down to 24 seconds to go. And we want to throw, looking.
Zeke fell down.
Cooper just going to have to run it. We're going to get tackled with 12 seconds to go. And that's going to be a ball game. So a tough second half for Habersham Central. They lost it by a final score of 42-9. Habersham will finish the year with a record of 3.